Hey y'all, it's Kim from Kim Dixon Creative. Today I am participating in a hop called the 7K YouTube Subscriber Celebration Hop. Monica Taylor from taylormadecards4u hit 7,000 subscribers at the end of 2021. First of all, can you believe we're at the end of 2021? We're already into 2022. I'm dumbfounded that we're this far. But nevertheless, at the end of 2021, Monica's channel reached 7,000 subscribers. That's monumental. My brain can't even go there. So to celebrate, we're having some great projects in this hop to share with you and some giveaways as well. So be sure to comment on every video for entry into our giveaway. We hope you enjoy the hop. Okay, let's get into the project. So what I'm using today is just a piece of craft cardstock that I've cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2 to make an A2 top folding card. And I'm using from taylormadecards4u, I'm using a kit. It's a digital kit called Mrs. Darcy, and it's got some really pretty pink and soft and Victorian looking prints in there and some printable ephemera. And so I'm taking this particular piece from the digital kit. That's going to be the background of my card. And I'm cutting it down to 5 1/4 by 4. And so that it will fit on the front of my A2 card base and have just a little bit of border showing around it. And once I get that cut, I'm going to take a Fiskars punch that I have. It's a corner punch. And just punch these little corners, and it makes just this really dainty looking, lacy looking effect on the corners. I just think it's really cute, especially for this particular card. It really fits in because this is a very, very feminine card. And part of the theme of our hop is celebration. And I am celebrating women. I am celebrating my friends and their accomplishments and what wonderful creatures God has made us to be. And so that's what my card is all about. So what you see me doing right here, I have it's called a Tim Holtz word band. And I got this, I think, from scrapbook.com. I have all of my products listed below in the description box with links if they're available. And so I am just pulling some ribbon that I have from my stash, and to be honest, I'm not sure where the ribbon came from, but I thought that purple velvet especially looked really good with this card, with the card kit, the digital kit. So I've threaded that velvet ribbon through that word band so that it's coming out on each edge, and I want it to be down at the bottom. And now I'm just pulling out some of the ephemera that was in that digital kit that I had my silhouette cut out for me. I just pulled the digital kit into silhouette design, into the design space there. It's not called design space, it's something else, but anyway, the silhouette software. Pulled it in there and traced it and had it do a little print and cut. And if that's something that you guys would like to see how to do, just let me know in the comments below and I'll do a little video on how I did that. But I just had my silhouette cut all those pieces out and with a little border, so it just actually looks like I cut these things out with a die. But I'm just kind of placing things on the front of my card base to try to figure out how I want it to look. And I think I have the ephemera pieces picked out that I like, and so I'm just going through. I'd pulled out some flowers out of my stash. I didn't like those. They didn't really match after I got them out. And I have some more metal pieces that I had from a Tim Holtz collection, and which is also listed in the description box below. And I think I've decided how I want that to look. Now, to me, with all of this vintagey looking cardstock, you've got to ink those edges. That just the stark white edges just really they don't look right in this setting. And so I pulled out my Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink and my inking tool, and I've gone around the edges and inked that piece, and if I can remember I will ink all the rest of the pieces. But I'm just going to glue, now I'm going to glue this ribbon down to the bottom part of this card base. So I want that to be down at the bottom, and I made sure that that was glued, the ribbon was glued to the metal piece. And art glitter glue will glue metal pieces to paper, and it will glue that ribbon to that metal piece. And I'm just going to glue this down on the front and pull it around to the back and tape it down, because we're going to pop this little piece up so that it really, I mean, first of all, y'all know me, I like the foam tape, but more than anything else is to keep that ribbon from being bumpy down at the bottom. It'll pop up that card front so that everything looks nice and even, and it will keep that ribbon in place as well. So I'm just going to go along and put my Scotch foam tape down. And I think I said in another video, I've heard rumors, I've had this roll for a while, but I've heard rumors that the new Scotch foam mounting tape is different, and that it's stretchier, and that maybe it's not as good. We'll see, because I'm about to be out, and I'll have to order some more, and so we'll see what it feels like. I don't know. I've heard some people say, yes, it feels different, but it still works the same. I've heard people say, I don't feel a difference in it at all. And then I've heard others say, ew, it's different, and I don't like it. So I'm hoping I'm one of those that says, well, yeah, it feels different, but I'll live with it. If not, I will be in search of another foam tape. But I'm just going to use my little Tim Holtz craft pick there and peel off all of the release paper off the back of that foam tape. That little craft pick is a godsend. I love that little tool. It really helps a lot pulling off these release papers. It helps when you've got little dies that you have little pieces that you're trying to poke out. It works really good. And that one's retractable, so when you put it up, you're not going to stab yourself with it, as I am wont to do. Back several months ago, I tried to cut the end of my finger off with a pair of cuticle nippers that happened to be in my little tool cup. And so, needless to say, those have gone, and I pay attention now. Anything sharp is pointed down. But who knew crafting was so dangerous? But I've pulled out this other little piece of ephemera. It's a postcard, and I'm going to just put that on the front of my card front there, kind of at a diagonal. And I have this piece here that is just gorgeous. It's a cute little photo of like an old photo of a couple of girls. And so you're going to see here is where I forget to use my vintage photo, but I save it in time. Right now I'm just cutting a couple of pieces of scrap cardstock that I used in the same weight that I used to print these out, so that the edges that hang off that one piece of ephemera, the little postcard, it'll be the same level once I glue it down. And so I'm just kind of testing here to make sure that it's the right size, because I don't want to get it too big and it be kind of unlevel then. So, but you see, I'm just putting that glue on the back, and I'm like, oh man, I forgot to ink. So anyway, I carefully hold it in between all of the glue and get that ink on there, because it makes a huge difference. It just makes a big difference in this particular setting, I think. So I'm going to get that down, and now it's time to adhere my little key. Now the key, I start inking the edges and realize, no, I'm just going to ink the whole thing, because that's not going to really show, and it'll help tone down that white center there that I missed when I was tracing my images in silhouette. And so I glue that down, and now I'm going to place my 3 little metal gears that I found. I don't know how long I've had these in my stash. I don't even know where they came from. But they're perfect for these things, and it matches the little metal word band that I used at the bottom as well. And so I'm just going to glue those down using my art glitter glue, kind of in a triangular pattern there on my card front. I'm just, thinking about these as if they were really large gems, and just gluing those down kind of in a triangle. Because that's what, quote, they, unquote, tell you to do, that it's more pleasing to the eye to find things in multiples, in odd numbers, and a triangle is always pleasing to the eye. So, and just so you know, I said before, but I'm sitting here looking at this card, pulling on these metal pieces, and they're not moving, and all I used was art glitter glue. So I decide that I like that little shoe, and I want something on the inside of my card. So I'm going to fussy cut that out using my Cutter Bee scissors, and I'm going to put that on the inside of the card. It's a cute little vignette there. It's got a little purplish, pinkish shoe on it, and some flowers and stuff, and it's really pretty. It goes with the card very well. I mean, it's part of that Mrs. Darcy digital kit that I got from taylormadecards4u. And I'm going to ink those edges up as well, knock that stark white edging off of it, and just glue it flat down to the inside of my card. And I think that set the card off very well. I like the inside of it. I'm going to leave the sentiment blank. The little word band there at the bottom that I used says "Live in the Moment." And so this is the card that I have made, and I'm going to use it to celebrate the women in my life, the ones that have made wonderful contributions to my life and an influence over me. Thank you for stopping by my channel and checking out this video. I hope it brought value to you. If you're new here, I'm so glad that you decided to stop by. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. If you're one of my regular viewers and one of my subscribers, thanks for coming back. I hope that this card was an inspiration to you, and I hope that you will hop along to the other participants in the hop to celebrate Monica's great and wonderful accomplishment. Remember that we do have a giveaway, so make sure that you comment on every video and hop along. The list will be down in the bottom of all of the different participants in the hop. And so hop along and comment on every one of the videos so that you can be entered to win this great prize. Thanks again for stopping by. Until next time, be blessed. Bye.